A new year and some new hope that 2015 will see their release. They're still living with the shock of their sentences. They didn't see a minute of freedom in 2014. Correspondent Peter Grester, jailed for 7 years on falsified charges, has been using meditation as one means of getting by. His parents were allowed an hour-and-a-half prison visit on Christmas Day, and they say it's best not to be too optimistic about the appeal. Peter is trying to temper his hopes.
The difficulty of getting too hopeful and then finding it cut underneath his feet is truly devastating. And he did talk about the fact of how difficult it was when the verdict came down and that he had to face the thought of 7 years in prison.
There is so much about the Egyptian legal system that is unclear, to say the least. We know that an appeal is coming up, but any of the real possibilities that we normally would draw upon precedent in the Anglo-Saxon system is just not there.
Human rights groups, foreign governments and the vast worldwide protest campaign are united behind the hashtag #FreeAJ that's gone viral. Producer Baha Mohammed is an Egyptian citizen jailed for 10 years. His wife, who lives in Cairo, gave birth to their third child while her husband was behind bars.
All of my hopes rest on him being declared innocent and exonerated. It was a farce. No witnesses appeared in the trial. I wonder how they were indicted and then sentenced in the first place. There isn't a single piece of evidence against them.
The Cairo bureau chief, Mohammed Fahmy, who has dual Canadian-Egyptian citizenship, was jailed for 7 years. He's still having to cope with a shoulder injury sustained before his arrest. His latest letter was part of a protest outside the Egyptian embassy in the Netherlands this week. 11 other defendants were tried in absentia and given 10-year sentences. 6 of them are Al Jazeera staff. This Dutch journalist, not connected with the network, but one of those convicted in absentia, read out Fahmy's message.
I accepted the job as Al Jazeera bureau chief because I recognized many excellent journalists that I worked for the channel. Our reporting was fair, balanced, and served the interest of no specific party or another.
Robbed of freedom and clinging on to their reputations as independent journalists, they're handling deprivation the best they can. But they're assured of one thing: their colleagues and a big international protest network won't give up until they're free. Andrew Simmons, Al Jazeera.